Hey guys, and welcome back to Rainbow Ink. It is another Percy Jackson video. It is a sorting video. We're going back to sorting characters from one movie. We had our fun with the Marvel and X-Men videos. Hopefully I get to do that again, but right now we are going to be sorting the characters from the Incredibles 2, but mainly from the first movie. I'll talk about the second movie, but mainly it's the first movie. Anyone who's new here and doesn't know what I'm talking about when it comes to sorting, it's pretty much me sorting and pretty much deciding who each character's godly parent would be if they had gone to Camp Half-Blood / got claimed by said god. It's similar to how people sort characters into the Hogsworth houses, but instead of Hogsworth, it's Camp Half-Blood, and you guys hopefully get the point. And we're back at showing the cards. Hera, Poseidon, Demeter, Ares, Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Hephaestus, Aphrodite, Hermes, Dionysus, and finally, cabin 13 through 20, the other cabins card. These were the add-on cabins that were added in book 5 and within the Heroes of Olympus series. So, yeah, and also I was a little bit lazy to make cards for them. Sorry about it. But just for instance, Iris, Hypno, Hades. Yeah, I know I said those a little out of order, but you get my point. They're because of the first 3. But yeah, those were the cards. Now, if you know Greek mythology or you know Percy Jackson, you're probably asking, Tiffany, why is Hera and Arma seen here even though they don't have demigod children and really no one occupies their spaces in Camp Half-Blood? Well, the hunters sometimes stay in Artemis's cabin when they're at Camp Half-Blood. The reason I have them in here, it's mainly because for powers, attributes, personalities, kind of how they are within said movie and stuff like that. So there's that. Now let's jump right in and start with our first character, which is Mr. Incredible. I will admit, I have been thinking quite a bit on where to put this character because his superpower is super strength. And there isn't really a god of super strength. Yes, Heracles has super strength and all that stuff, but Heracles is not on this list, nor has a cabin at Camp Half-Blood, so he's not in this. The only cabin really I could think about maybe seeing him in is in Hephaestus, because those kids, in my opinion, are strong, but the main thing of Hephaestus, other than blacksmithing and building and fire even, is loyalty. That's one of their things, really. And he's loyal to his family because he just wants to be a good dad, work hard, make a living for his family. Again, he's loyal and all that stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if some of those Hephaestus kids are really strong in that sense. So, for the moment, this is probably not right. You guys can yell at me in the comments below. I am going to put him in Cabin 9, Hephaestus. Okay, next up is Mrs. Incredible / Elastic Girl. This one I have no clue because there's no god of stretching. So I had to go off her personality and traits and stuff like that, and she's headstrong, and at time she's smart. Literally in the second one, she's the one who brings home the bacon. She's the one who works to make a living for her family and still is loyal to him, but I don't think she would go into Hephaestus in that way. I feel like Mr. Incredible is in hers. It's a little bit different when it comes to their loyalty to their family. Like, it's in different ways, but still loyalty to their family to provide because she's a mother. But part of me wants to put her in Athena for some reason, because I know she is smart. I know she's pretty headstrong and independent and stuff like that. So again, for the moment, I'm gonna put this character in Cabin 6, Athena. Again, you guys can yell at me in the comments below on what you think that she should have gone someplace else, but there is no god that stretches. You can maybe make an argument saying, oh, Hermes, because he's the god of trickery and stuff like that, but still, and speaking of Hermes, our next character has the ability of super speed, which is Dash Par, Mr. Incredible and Elastic Girl's oldest son and second child. I think we already know what we're doing this. I think we already know because I just said it. He literally has super strength and likes teasing and pranking his sister and stuff like that and being rude and mean. And again, super speed. So Hermes. Hermes kids are usually blessed on being fast because Hermes is the god of messaging. He's got to be a little fast. Next up is Violet Parr, aka Mr. Incredible and Elastic Girl's oldest child and only daughter. I will admit I was scratching my brain a little bit with this one because she was kind of like like a basket case within the first film, and then at the end of it she came out of her shell and stuff like that. But when I saw her powers, especially with invisibility, I was thinking of light, like manipulating light, because that's kind of how you get the invisibility and the force field and stuff like that. She's manipulating like light and energy and stuff like that. I think this might be a similar conversation almost with how I said about with Captain Marvel in the MCU sorting video, but entirely different, but still same argument and phrase, because it's colorful, like reflecting flash. Hers was more like, oh, it's almost like light and energy and stuff like that, and no like space. But with Violet, hers was, in my mind, literally like deflecting light, because that's how visibility works or whatever. I'm not smart. Leave me be. So part of me wants to put her in Iris, and I think that would be partly funny to put her in Iris for that. But there's also an argument where you can maybe put her in Hades, because and it looked like in the beginning of the first film, until she came into her own, she had a little depression, but I might have been wrong, which can also work, and I don't know. And with the second film, it also kind of falls into that, but it's mainly like her emotions and her being moody and her hormones because of her like coming of age, like being a woman, like that whole cycle affair and being a teenager and everything else. And I don't know what I want to do. Either way, I'm pulling up the other cabin card in my mind, so I think I am going to go with cabin 14, which is Iris. But yeah, there's a new rainbow right there to satisfy Iris. It's the only colorful thing on here, but you get my point. The reason why I didn't put her in Hades is I don't think it's fully depression within the second film, or kind of in the first film it's not depression. It's just her being moody and being a teenager, being rebellious, because, hey, she's a teenager, her body is changing, whatever, in the second film, and stuff like that. So, happy-go-lucky rainbow of the goddess. Oh, goodness. Okay, next up, we have our villain from the first movie, because, again, we're mainly sticking to the first movie when it comes to characters, which is, I'm gonna mispronounce this, which is Syndrome, aka Buddy Pine. Love that name so much. So of course he's our bad guy in this, and he is being partly sinister, but I don't want to throw him into Hera because of that, because of the only reason why he was kind of like became a villain was to prove himself that he was a better superhero than Mr. Incredible, who he idolized and everything else. So I don't think that was Hera worthy, kind of in a way, because he was trying to be a hero and show, oh, I'm a hero, and not like ruin people's lives or really like had that out for people. He just wanted to like prove himself. But he's beyond smart. He's made his own gadgets. So this is where I'm torn between Hephaestus and Athena. Ugh. He's literally an arms dealer. It would be fun to put him and Elastigirl in the same cabin, but it would also be more fun and funny to put him into Hephaestus with Mr. Incredible. Decisions. Oh gosh. He's literally an arms dealer, guys. He makes his own stuff. He literally needed all the robots to destroy all the superheroes so he can be the lasting and only superhero. So with building and making and everything kind of blowing up in his face, so we're gonna do Hephaestus. It's funny to me to have them both in the same cabin and like tell him, I don't need you, and like this whole thing will work over again, him terrorizing Camp Half-Blood. He would definitely be on Luke's side during the war, just saying. Okay, for our next character, I actually sorted this character before, and if you want to see the full way of me talking about her, there'll be a card right over there, and also will be in the link description below. It's from my original 3 sorting videos. But anyways, this is Edna Mode, of course, the fashion designer and the smarty pants and like everything else. You guys already know where she's going. My opinion from those first 3 videos, or whichever video she was in that I sorted, has not changed. I still think she should go cabin 6 Athena and all that jack and stuff like that. I can see her as an Athena kid, okay? I'm sorry. It's what happens. I still stand by that, but if you think my opinion should change, tell me in the comments below. And, guys, that was our last character. You guys are probably gonna yell at me in the comments below saying, where's Jack? Where is he? Why isn't he in this video? video, why aren't you sorting him? It's mainly because Jack has so many different powers, and that would just be a headache, and I wouldn't know what to do with him because he's a baby. He literally has 12 different powers, and counting the abilities slash forms he can do, there's 22, meaning he has 22 different abilities. Most of the abilities, yeah, are him changing his form and stuff like that. But I didn't want to deal with that headache, and really, he, again, is a baby. There could be an argument for Hermes because of the morphing and stuff like that, and that's what he kind of mainly does within the first film, and also kind of in the second film, but mainly in the first film, and all that stuff. But I don't know, I didn't want to go through that headache. You guys tell me in the comments below where you think Jack would go. If I missed any characters from the first movie, tell me in the comments below. I know I missed all, if not most, of the characters from the second movie. Tell me where they would go as well. Maybe I'll do a video about the characters from the second movie. Tell me in the comments below if you guys want that. And yeah, if you guys haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe and all that beautiful jazz. Why not? Just please. Last video right there, subscribe up any videos. A playlist of other sorting videos are going to be right up there, and also in the link description below. And I'll see you guys next time here on Rainbow Link. Bye!